there, welcome back. So those of you who know me know I've spent the last 15 years or so helping organizations understand employee engagement, productivity, creativity, and company culture from the inside out, from a neuroscience perspective. Those of you who really know me know how passionate I am about working with and making a difference for kids. From my roots in education to mentorship and volunteer efforts, I've worked with kids my whole adult life. I always tell them there are 5 phrases they need to learn to use often and sincerely to get where they want to go in life. Recently, it kind of hit me that these same 5 phrases that we teach kids in elementary school can profoundly impact the way we engage as adults and ultimately the health of organizational culture. Want to know what they are? Okay, the first 2 are pretty easy. Please and thank you are among the first words we're taught as toddlers. They're just good manners. But they're also words that communicate acknowledgement, that you're respected, that your efforts are recognized. Like, imagine you're given a task. You complete said task and you email it to your boss. A few days go by and then a week, no response. Crickets. A simple thank you would have taken less than 60 seconds and acknowledged your efforts. Instead, you're left with the feeling that your work doesn't matter, that you aren't even worth the time for a response. The third is I'm sorry. Sincere apologies can be tough because they require an honest look at our own fallibilities and the humility to own up to them. Like, none of us wants to show our weaknesses or admit our mistakes, but we've all done and said things we wish we could do over in a more thoughtful way. That little almond-sized amygdala that lives right in the center of your brain is often to blame for those moments. The amygdala processes emotions, specifically fear or threat, and sounds the alarm in the survival brain, while simultaneously putting the thinking brain on pause to allocate all of the neural resources to deal with the threat. As amazing as the brain is, neurologically, there's little difference between being chased by a tiger and social threats such as being rejected, excluded, or embarrassed in front of peers. In those moments, we definitely do not do our best thinking. It actually takes a very strong person to admit messing up and apologizing for our words and behaviors. We all know that person who refuses to admit a mistake, or that person who refuses to accept an apology. I mean, think about the last time you told someone you were sorry, and that person accepted your apology with grace and humility. Stress goes down, human connection goes up, all because one person took ownership of the stumble and was humble enough to apologize, and the other person was humble enough to accept. Number 4 is I can help. Life gets pretty busy, and many of us are focused on checking boxes. But people who frequently say I can help are in the habit of looking for ways to help, to making someone else's life a little easier and the world a little better. It's not that hard, and all of us have the capacity to do it. It just takes intention and attention. I mean, think about how many times we pass up opportunities to help others simply because we aren't paying attention. Finally, the last phrase is, I need help. Life is hard sometimes, and none of us are immune to the challenges and curveballs life throws at us. We all need a little help sometimes, but asking for help requires vulnerability and humility, and most of all, psychological safety and trust to be able to raise our hands and ask for help. So that's it. Please, thank you, I'm sorry, I can help, and I need help. 5 simple phrases that most of us learn in kindergarten are essential to building healthy organizational cultures founded upon respect and inclusivity, belonging. I'm reminded of one of my favorite books, All I Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Fulghum. What if this construct guided our interactions in the workplace? Just imagine.